Welcome back to the news at 10. The Anambra State government has signed a 5.5 billion naira memorandum of understanding for the construction of a bonded container terminal. The facility, which will be established at the industrial zone area, is expected to contribute significantly to the state's socio-economic development.
It's a meeting between the Anambra State Governor, Willie Obiano, and a delegation from the Bonded Container Limited. The aim is to sign a 5.5 billion naira memorandum of understanding for the establishment of a container bonded terminal at Uzubulu in Ekwusigo local government area of the state. This is the prototype of the cargo terminal, and when completed, it will accommodate various facilities including a container examination shed, equipment maintenance workshop, lorry and container parks, as well as some government agencies like NAFDAC, NDLEA and the Nigeria Customs Services.
This Anambra Bonded Container Freight Terminal has several benefits for Anambra State, and they include, but again not limited to, the following. 1. Employment opportunities, which will total about 1,000, broken down between direct and indirect employment, of which 75% will be dedicated to the Anambra.
For the chairman of the Bonded Container Limited, the idea of choosing Anambra is because of the think home philosophy of Governor Obiano, targeted at making Anambra a first-choice investment destination.
In the Anambra State constitutes almost 43% of people imported in this nation, Anambra alone. I'll tell you, they are having problems on bringing the goods from Anambra State. If you are going from Lagos State to Anambra State, you will see nothing less than 15 custom checkpoints, making it very difficult for them to import their goods from that side.
Governor Obiano is pleased with the project, promising to establish a rail line to enhance commercial activities in the state.
This project will be very successful. You can't carry all this cargo by road. They will be very expensive. They will spoil the roads, even if they are coming from Port Harcourt or from anywhere. So this rail line idea is very critical.
The project, when completed, will no doubt promote business activities, create jobs and also boost revenue in the state.
Let's take a look at some business news now. Here's Melinda Akinlami.
Welcome to Business News. Nigeria's unemployment level rises 13.9% at the end of the third quarter, higher than the 13.3% level in the second quarter of 2016. The National Bureau of Statistics has released a new set of data showing a decline of 0.51% in the total number of persons that were out of full-time employment in the period under review. Nigeria has recorded 8th consecutive quarters of rising unemployment since the end of 2014. In the meantime, the NBS has released the November inflation figures. It's currently at 18.48%. That's compared to the October level of 18.33%. The increase was largely due to higher prices of food items and energy. The food sub-index came in at 17.19%. Last month, Nigeria's urban inflation hit 20.07% for the first time ever, while the rural inflation index climbed higher to 17.1%. Now, although both urban and rural inflation trended slightly lower on a month-on-month basis, the figures were higher on an annual basis. Nigeria's 2017 budget proposal has been described as good and expansionary. The senior macroeconomics specialist at Ecobank London, Jamin Noyane, describes the budget assumptions as ambitious and filled with risk. She was speaking to Channels Television on Nigeria's currency market, exchange rate and oil price budget benchmark.
on the assumptions underlying the budget. We've seen that the government expects the oil price benchmark to be $42.5 dollars, which is good because we're expecting oil prices to be just above $50 a barrel. But in terms of the oil production and exchange rate assumptions, I think those are a bit unrealistic. The major issue remains the exchange rate policy. It remains the continued illiquidity in the markets. The confidence has actually dropped significantly since the central bank decided to adopt the more flexible exchange rate policy. There was a lot of hope that this will help to resolve all the imbalances with regards to the exchange rates. But we've seen that the currency has actually depreciated rapidly. We've seen that the currency is operating in a highly fragmented market. We're having about 10 various exchange rates, depending on what you want to use it for. So in that case, it shows that there's major distortion in the exchange rate markets, and further devaluation is needed.
Nigeria's stock market closed Thursday's trading session in positive territory following continued rally by industrial blue chips. Bisi Adebayo has more details.
Welcome to the Stock Market Reports. Equities rally continues at the local market for the third day this week as bellwether stocks lifted the main index by more than 0.5%, while the total market retraces higher to 9.13 trillion naira. However, the day's transactions was lower by turnover compared with Wednesday's, with a total of 199.98 million shares sold for 1.5 billion naira in 3,313 deals. On the most actively traded spots were International Energy Insurance, UBA, and FBN Holdings. From a list of 21 gainers, Honeywell Flour, Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, and NEM Insurance emerged as the top 3 advancers. On the other hand, Mobil, Fitsin, and Owando led 10 other decliners for the day. That ends the stock market reports. I am Bisi Adebayo.
US and European stocks closed higher today as investors react positively to the Fed's decision to raise interest rates, but it's a different scenario for Asian markets. And that's business news. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm Melinda Akilami.
360,000 loyal subscribers of Airtel stand to win 10 million naira in the ongoing Airtel Red Hot promo. At the presentation ceremony of the first set of winners, the managing director of Airtel says the offer is part of the company's corporate social responsibility to support Nigerians financially.
Some are born rich, but some become successful because they grab opportunities that life throws at them. Another opportunity to make a fortune comes as Airtel Nigeria is rewarding 360,000 of its loyal subscribers. On this occasion, it's rewarding the first set of winners in the Recharge and Win Airtel Red Hot promo.
10 lucky people get 100,000 cash prize each day, and one lucky customer will win 1 million daily.
The opportunity to join the League of Millionaires, called Airtelonaires, starts with a raffle draw that runs from December the 6th, 2016 to February the 3rd, 2017. It begins by recharging or buying a data bundle or dialing *340#. to take your deal of the day.
For every recharge you do, you actually earn points.
6 winners are presented a check of 100,000 naira each, including Mrs. Kemi Shiwoku, who goes home with 1 million naira. What exactly is Airtel up to with the Red promo offer?
It's part of our corporate responsibility to always excite our customers, and all you need to do is to recharge your phone if you are already on the network. If you are not on the network already, please buy an Airtel SIM card, register it, and recharge the line.
And we have cash prizes ranging from 10 million naira to 1 million naira to 100,000, and we have a couple of people win airtime as well.
One of the lucky winners shares her experience through her daughter.
We received the call from Airtel. She actually received the call, but on hearing an agent speak, she thought it was the regular disturbance thing and all that. She passed it on to me. I was like, you speak to your family members. I was like, okay, fine, let's listen to what they want to say. Then the lady I spoke to mentioned that she has won 1 million naira in the Red Hot promo.
Until February the 3rd, 2017, the Red Hot offer is open to Airtel's loyal customers to keep on recharging to join the new league of Airtelionaires.
The Bank of Industry is planning to train over 900 members of the National Youth Service Corps in the second edition of its Graduate Entrepreneurship Scheme. Well, that's according to the bank's divisional head of small and medium-scale enterprises. The bank explains the successes recorded from the first phase of the program motivated it to extend the initiative to the 6 geopolitical zones of the country.
The introduction of the Graduate Entrepreneurship Program by the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, in October 2015 is part of the federal government's efforts to reduce graduate unemployment in Nigeria. The program is in partnership with the Bank of Industry to train and finance business proposals from corps members. At the flag-off ceremony of the second edition of the program in Abuja, the representative of the Bank of Industry announced the scope and the numbers of beneficiaries for this edition.
In this edition, 976 candidates have been shortlisted for the capacity building aspect of the program, which is taking place simultaneously in 7 centers across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country and Lagos, as well as Abuja.
The NYSC coordinator in Abuja appeals to the corps members to take full advantage of the opportunities the program presents.
I want to reiterate that it is required of you to effectively engage the finances that you are likely to draw from this gathering in a way that will justify its purpose. We cannot afford to fail.
Meanwhile, the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps urges officials of the Bank of Industry to speed up the processes of accessing finances after the training.
I want to appreciate the Bank of Industry for facilitating this training and to appeal to the management of the bank to expedite action in processing loan requests after training. Experience from the last edition reveals that delays in the processing and release of funds to the trained corps members resulted in the withdrawal of many of them from the program.
According to the Bank of Industry, over 400 million naira was disbursed to finance the business proposals of 260 successful corps members during the first edition of the program last year.